So today in the class, we are going to talk about Amazon Elastic Cloud, um, EC2. EC2 is Elastic Compute Cloud, and let's go each word what it means. Elastic is the nature by which the cloud operates. That is, it can expand, scale in, scale out, and that's where Elastic comes in. Compute refers to all the computational power and memory storage networking that's needed for your computation, right? So that's basically compute. And cloud basically refers to the Amazon cloud. And this service is the fundamental service for the AWS. And anyone want to try cloud, understand it, but I would say play with it and create a server. You'll get a feeling that, wow, yeah, I am able to create the server so easily and you can understand cloud much better. And you have the option to choose what kind of operating system you want to use, CPU, RAM, and disk space, networking, whatnot for any of your system. And it provides you all the options to do that. And then the basic concept by which this is it's based on the virtualization and instances. And what that means, virtualization and instance, right? Before virtualization came in, how this server and apps worked were, let us say in data center, you have 20 servers, right? And there are 20 applications, each one mapping to its own servers, right? One application will have its own database server, one app server, and it basically that is the server will be used for that application. And you can see the resource that could be wasted because your application might not be up all the time. You don't have that load, so you are basically wasting resources. So what virtualization provides is that, let us say in this case, we have 3 servers in your data center. Virtualization can provide more than 3 or 10, right? Instances, right? It's basically instances of this stuff, and multiple applications can share the resource below. That's the high level of how this virtualization works, and that is based on how EC2 operates, right? So without further ado, let's go to the EC2 creation demo. EC2 demo, all you need is that you need to log into your EC2 console and then go to the instances. I already had one that terminated, but in your case, it'd be just empty. You can go to instances and then you can launch an instance. And if you click this link, it will provide you the page where you can specify what you need for instance. So let's call my test demo server. That's the name. That's all you need to know. And we are going to create one instance. And here you have the choices of the OS that you want to use. So let's pick the one from Linux from Amazon, and that comes with it. And also make sure it is on the free tier eligible, right? So this way you're not going to pay any money for the resources. You can use them as it is. And as you can see, there are multiple choices. We can go and look at what are the choices we have. There you can see micro, nano, T2 family of servers, C1, and then they have CPUs, different varieties of CPU, memory, storage, and performance, right? Based on what you want to do, you can use them. And we will just pick the lowest one just for our demo. We don't need that high performance. We just wanted to test it out. So I'll pick this one, and we'll just pick one of them instances to test it out. And since we picked micro, it will show up here. You need a key pair so that you can log into SSH. I already created one. I already have one, so you can do that, but you can also create here and then create it. So let me use this one that I already created, and I will keep the network settings are all the same. Allow SSH, the command line through which you are connect, and also to the internet. We need to allow to talk to the internet so that we can test that out. Keep that storage the same, 8 gigabytes, and there is this advanced. Let's try to do something in advance. Keep everything the default, go to the end of it, and you'll see the choose file, use the data option. Here, what you can do is that you can add scripts or all the commands that you wanted to do when a server comes up. All the initial things that you want to do, you put it here. It's only one time, it only does when the server comes up. So let's go. I add one basic hello world kind of thing. I have it, and you can put it here. And basically what it does is that it updates for any package on the server and starts the HTTPD, which is basically Apache server, and then just echoes in a file with your hello world in it, actually, right? So that basically is a very simple hello world kind of example, and everything else is here. And I think this is good to launch the instance. So let's launch the instance and wait for it to come. It should be ready soon. So the instance is ready. You can click the instance and see what is the status of it, whether it is pending or running. So it is pending. So you can then also, you can see here, you can select the instance and then you can stop, start, reboot, terminate. All the options are there. So based on your needs, you can do that. And it also has status of the alarms and the ID. You can also look into the, select this to get more details. It has a public IP. The public IP is the one you connect through the internet. Private IP is the internal IP that is used inside AWS Cloud. So now it's saying running. So we can click this open address and go to the public, go to the server from the internet, right? So if you click that, it should take you to the public IP. Just give it a minute to load. And then we can see if the script that we had to say hello world works when it first comes up, right? Just an extra minute. Or I could go and copy that from there. You can also copy this address and wait. Okay, now it's here. Just remove the HTTPS because we just opened HTTP, so you can enter it. And you can see hello world, the command that we gave is showing up. This was basically the command we gave. We said hello world from the host name, and we copy the file. It shows this is the IP. And if you can go to the instance, you can see 172.31.25.71 here. So that's basically the server came in, it booted up with the script that we had, and now you're able to access through the internet. You can also go through the command line, or you can also connect to the SSH like this. Since it's a Linux VM, you can connect to the server from here. So this is the other way of connecting to the server. Let's give it just a minute to connect it. So it's connected it and to a server. Who am I? It's easy to use it. And also we can go to the file that we created to check the command just to make sure this is our server. You want to, so this is one way you connect to it through the thing. There's also another way you can connect through the SSH. So let's copy the public IP. So this is the public IP. I will connect it and I go to my SSH and connect through the terminal and edit this since I already have SSH there. So this is the IP which I want to connect, and it's going to connect to EC2 user because that's the user that creates as part of Amazon Linux. And I have my PEM file that I mapped to the server when I created it, and I'm going to save. And now when I connect it, it should the name is, let's change the name as well so that it is not misleading from the one that we are connecting. Save. And now it's connected to the SSH. It's connecting there and it's asking to authorize, and you're here. And you can do the same thing. Who am I? Easy to users, and make sure that the file that you created is there and the same file is here. So now we connected through the SSH through the to your terminal actually, right? So that is the other one. Now let's go back to the slide. We had successfully created the EC2, and also now we were able to connect through the SSH, the one that I was showing you, the port 20 that we opened it. We went through that. We from our browser, we can also go and HTTP and type this one. We are able to go. So two ways which we did that. Now, at the end of the thing, I want you to remember two things. Make sure that you delete all your instances and storage because you don't want to avoid billing, and also don't forget to add zero budget alert in your budget monitor. Let's do both of the stuff before we end the demo. So I'll go here, go to this, and first thing is that you go here, select this. So this is the old instance. So let me go refresh it so that I will get the new instance. Or maybe it put that in a different thing here. Let me select it and terminate the instance. Let me terminate it so that successfully terminated. And the other thing which I was telling you was to your billing and cost management. Go there. Just the first time, you might not see it takes 24 minutes, 24 hours to get this set it up. So initially, you would see unavailable, but after 24 hours, you should be able to do this. So this basically gives me the summary of all my thing, how much is there. But the important thing is that the budgets. So you need to set up a budget. I already have a zero budget so that it will send me alert when something goes off, right? So I have zero spend budgets. So if there's like anything goes about, it will send me a link. You can create your own budget. So create budget, use the template simplify zero spend budget, and you can create either email